What up, YouTube? This is Shielded Warriors. I'm Rowdy, and I'm gonna tell you a little story about how I grew up and stuff. I wrote a book about it. Haven't talked to you guys. My warriors haven't talked to my warriors in about a week on here. Just been showing you videos of what I've been coming across. Yeah, I got 7 warriors now. Trying to get 1,000. I need 1,000 subscriptions. And if you like this video and want me to make part 2, like it, subscribe so I know. Send me a DM. So, because if you subscribe, I'm gonna give you a t-shirt. Not a random t-shirt. I got my own t-shirts. I'm gonna shoot my warrior t-shirts. So go ahead and subscribe. Sorry I haven't shaved. I've been a little sick lately, and now I'm good. Back at it, baby. All right, I'm gonna tell you a story about how I grew up, and I wrote a book about it, but I have to say half of it's true, half of it's fiction. You'll understand when I start telling you. All right, I'm gonna get right to it. This will be about a 10-15 minute video, then I'll make part 2, 3, 4, because it's a long one. When I was little, I don't remember it. I don't remember anything from 10 below, because apparently I got nailed in the back of the skull with a ball bat, and I was in a coma for a little bit. Had to learn how to read, write, all that stuff, like a baby all over again. But I was 9 or 10. That's just the stories I've been told. I don't know the truth. I mean, it makes sense because I don't remember anything. And I do have a flat spot in the back of my skull, so it does make sense. I grew up hard life, man, hard life. Parent was really abusive. Whipped my tail for anything. Just come home wanting to beat me and stuff. When I say beating, I mean broke bones, bleeding all over the place. That's a beating. But back in those days, they had child protective services, but they didn't do nothing. They didn't do nothing, and nobody would call them. Everybody mind their own business back in the day, and I'm grateful for that, because the people that did try to do something about it just made it worse. Y'all just made it worse, man. But anyways, when I was little, sorry I keep rubbing my beard, it just don't look right to me. It's all messed up. But anyways, when I was probably about 11 or 12, I had this dog. He used to have seizures all the time, little beagle. I love that dog. So one day, my parent was like, hey, he's peeing all over the floor all the time and blah, blah, blah. I need to take out back and shoot it. Nope. You know, you that young, you cry because that's something you love. But when you don't shoot it, chain me to a tree like a dog. My parent did all night until I got angry enough to come out and shoot that dog the next day. I'm talking chain around the neck, collar around the neck, sleep outside, no pillow, no blanket, no nothing. Because can you imagine growing up and your own parent hates you that bad? They despise you. They just take care of you because they have to. And really taking care of me, all you did was put a roof over my head and fed me. I always had hand-me-down clothes. That's really all you did. But I mean, that was enough. That's better than some people. Some people don't even get that. So after a while, I took a butt whooping my whole life, at least 3 times a week. A good one too. I wasn't healed from the last butt whooping. Bruises, blood, leave me in a puddle of blood. But anyways, I got tough doing that. He'd call me names like little fairy, all that stuff. You know, the other stuff. It'd be a lot worse. I know my warriors out there. You my 7 warriors I got that heck gave me a subscription and is following me. Yeah, I'm putting my heart out today, so I'm telling y'all, it's just so it could help people for education purposes, you know, because I know there's more people out there like that. So anyways, my parent used to have parties and stuff, and with bikers, and I'm not talking bikers like against child abuse or nothing like that. I'm talking about real deal bad bikers, like mean boys. They used to have parties and stuff all the time. They'd be they'd be grilling food, and all the other biker kids would come over, and you know, all that. I just stayed to myself because I knew any attention that came to me was bad intention. Even if it was, hey, little rowdy, blah blah blah. That's what they called me after I started fighting when I was little. I started fighting because I was getting beat up at home all the time. I had to inflict pain elsewhere. But I remember I couldn't eat. Like, I couldn't eat the same food as an adult. I better not go up there and grab a hamburger off that grill while everybody else is eating. So I just kept to myself, stayed on the porch, stayed to myself, away from everybody while they were getting drunk, partying, all that type stuff. But anyways, as the years go by, I started noticing everybody else's kid was, I mean, they didn't like me either. I was an outsider. I was real quiet, timid. I was a little nerd, but I got that beat out of me real quick. I like to do kid stuff, but I knew I couldn't, so I had to do grown-up stuff. One day, they were all throwing I noticed I was sitting by a tree, and the garbage can was out there, a big old garbage can, like 30 gallon or whatever, 40 gallon. Everybody was eating they were throwing half burgers away, and I was little, man. When I was in high school, I was only 119 pounds. As a senior, 119 pounds. So you know I was malnourished. But they would throw their stuff away, and when nobody was looking, I'd get in the dumpster and grab the half-eaten hamburgers and hurry up and swallow it down. That's hunger. If y'all ever felt hunger pains like that, I'm sure some of you have. Not all you have. All you don't know what hunger pains really are. Where you'll do anything to get a little bite of food. Anything. It don't matter what it is. But anyways, so I'm going through all this. These bad boy bikers. And then there was this one guy. I'm going to call, it's not his real name, but I'm going to call him Grizzly. Him and a guy named Shotgun. That's what I'm going to call him. After years of going through this, I got in a real bad fight with my parent one time, and caught me eating out of the garbage can. Because there would be days that, like, when my parent would get paid, then I would get to eat that day. But there'd be 2-3 days out of that, at least 3 days out of that week, I wouldn't eat nothing. I couldn't. We were poor. He would be eating steak and all that stuff. Not me. I'd be eating a bowl of cereal, usually with no milk. But the thing is, everybody, these club wives, these old ladies, started noticing that I wasn't normal, and so they would give me attention. Hey, little Rowdy, what's going on? Blah 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 blah. That'd just get me beat. So then I started shutting down. But one day we got in a bad fight, and he beat me up real bad and broke some ribs, caved in my chest, broke my sternum. That kind of thing. Left me outside in my own puddle of blood when I was a kid. I was only like 14 years old. I stayed out there all night because I couldn't move. I was in too much pain. It sucks when you break a rib, you can't breathe. And then Grizzly and Shotgun came over the next day. I don't know why. They were just checking on everything, and asked me what happened. And I was a little angry and tired of getting whooped on all the time, and so I told them. I couldn't even get on the back of the motorcycle. I mean, this is a great big dude right here. At least 6'6", probably 300 pounds. Great big dude. Shotgun was not as big, but he was still a big dude, like 6'3", 6'4". Well, anyways, them are my saviors. They dead now, but they put me on it, lifted me up, put me on the back of the bike, wrapped a bungee cord around me because I was so messed up, around me and Grizzly, so I wouldn't fall off the bike because I couldn't raise up my hands to hold them. So took me back to the club, took care of me. All right, so I'm still going to school and stuff. I'm going to different school now. They didn't live on the good side of the neighborhood either, so I grew up going to school. I was pretty good at sports, especially wrestling. I was pretty good at it. Because I had that hunger in me, that drive, and it kind of helped that I was 6 foot, 119 pounds wrestling these little dudes. So I kind of had an advantage because I weighed the same as a little dude, because I was giant. I was taller than them. I was 6 foot, you know, in high school. But anyways, well, going to the club, hanging out with all these bikers and stuff like that. I got a lot of those stories. I've always wanted, when I was a little kid, I always wanted to be a dad. I had my own family. This is part 1. I'm gonna see how well this does. If all you give me some likes and some subscriptions, and it don't cost you nothing to hit the sub button or the like button. If you like this and you want to see part 2, because part 2 gets crazy, man. I'm telling you, y'all gonna be surprised. If you want some more, I'll do another one tomorrow, but I need y'all to like and subscribe to this, and then I'll keep going with part 2 tomorrow. Love y'all, my warriors, especially my warriors, them 7 warriors that hit that sub button. DM me, call me. You know I got a website, shieldedWarriors.com, so I know where to send your shirts, your warrior shirts. They're pretty cool, man. So and it's free. You hit that sub button, I send you a shirt. Support me so we can help people. Let's get the word out. This is Rowdy with Shielded Warriors. I love y'all. See y'all later.